What he had done is he gave his little brother the bike that he had had his whole life. So he did a selfless act and then got the board for helping someone else out. So it was this, it was like kind of like a double act of service where he was learning how to be of service to someone else.
Welcome to the Secret Life Podcast. Tell me your secret. I'll tell you mine. The best way to support the show is to subscribe and share. If you haven't left a review or ratings on iTunes, please do. It helps more people find our show. And if you want to be on it, please shoot me a note at secretlifepodcast@icloud.com. Hi, guys. It is Secret Life Podcast with Brianne Davis-Gant. Today is going to be a very special secret day. This is actually kind of a positive secret. I mean, I never thought I would say that, but there are secrets in the world where we do good things and nobody knows about it. And that's why today we are going to leave this person anonymous, but she has asked me to give her a name. So the name I am choosing is Brenda. Now, Brenda doesn't like her name.
Oh my God. No. It's just...
What did you just say when I gave you the name Brenda?
Brenda sounds like Brenda.
But I told you I gave myself a great name. My nickname is Barbara, which I just love. To any Barbaras out there, like, I love your name. Like, it's a fucking good name. But Brenda here doesn't think it is.
Oh, man. I mean, well, Brenda from 90210, right? Wasn't that? Was
right.
Or what was?
She was kind of crazy, though. I don't know.
Oh, big fuck. Oh, it'll do. It'll do. It's the message. It's the message.
Exactly.
It's the name.
Exactly. But you can change your voice too, because Barbara has a different voice. I like to talk like Barbara has a smoking voice and she likes to go. She's the circuit speaker of Southern California. I like to give her a nasal sometimes. So if you feel like doing that.
That's so good. Oh, Brenda.
Okay. So Brenda, let's get serious.
All right.
What is your secret?
This secret is, okay. So I created an anonymous Instagram account for skateboarders, and it's Los Angeles locals only. And it is for low-income skaters who can't, because pros get all the free shit all the time. So
always
what I was doing,
the pros get the free shit.
Yes.
Once they have money, then everything's given to them.
Yes.
That happens for actors too, just so you know. Like, you're struggling.
Really?
Oh yeah, you're struggling, and then as soon as you start working and making money, people just throw crap at you, and you're like, wait, where was this 2 years ago when I couldn't afford food?
Yes. That's why I wanted to give these kids the same experience. And so I created this profile. I also do photography, and I do skate videos as well all over LA. So what I did was I created these contests, and kids can win free skate decks, free wheels, free grip tape, skate tools, skate apparel. And I'm anonymous, and I send them, if they win the contest, sometimes I'll just take names out of a bowl and I'll send them a free deck, like free skateboard. Sometimes I build it, put it together, and send it to them. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really one of the coolest things I have ever been a part of. It just makes me so happy every time. I'm like skateboard Santa. Like, I just love it. I love it.
When did you start doing this?
I started doing this about, I think it was a year ago. I was craving being of service. I think it's, why we're on the planet. I think it's our purpose. And so there was a time where I was struggling in my own life. I was in a really dark place, if I'm going to be totally honest. Yeah. And it lifted me out of I was depressed, and it lifted me out of depression. I had always heard that being of service, doing that kind of contrary action. And so that was what I came up with. I'd go to Venice I'd give a kid a random like 4-pack of brand new wheels. Someone, a kid that had like a hand-me-down board, and I got every single time I did it, I felt better, and they had brand new equipment. So that's where it started. Yeah.
That's so interesting. You're actually taking me to one of my, I love the name Skateboard Santa. So I'm probably going to title it Skateboard Santa, but
that's awesome.
When I was in my darkest place, what I would do is I would go to McDonald's and I would buy 20 cheeseburgers and 20 salads, and all over Pico Boulevard, down near Koreatown is so much homeless. So I would drive around and jump out of my car and say, "Are you hungry? I just got some food." And I would give out food,
That's amazing.
20, and it was the best thing that got me out of myself. And no one knew about it. I did it a bunch of times. I tried to do it in Venice and Santa Monica, and they were going to fine me, which was crazy. I'm like, I'm just giving people food that haven't eaten. And I was so angry. So I knew in LA County that there wasn't a fine for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I started doing it there. And I remember this one time I went up to this woman in a tent off Pico Boulevard, a random side street. And she looked at me with tears in her eyes and she said, "This is my first meal in 2 days."
Oh my God. And no one knew you were doing it, right?
No one knew I was doing it.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I just think it's so important. And I think that it really is like secret service. It's just it's so important. And I hope a lot of people have similar secrets, when it comes to that.
But I think the important thing you just said, it was in your darkest moment.
Yeah.
And the only way to get out of it is to be of service and not about the glorification of the service. It's just doing it. So I don't really think there's any 7 deadly sins with this, but let's try to figure it out. Okay. So there's pride, greed, lust, gluttony, envy, anger, and sloth. Is there any that you can attach, and if why? Because this is you going outside of yourself, but hit it. You're like,
man,
Brenda, get it together and answer the question.
Brenda. I think that, I don't know if I can attach a sin to it. I think.
Hey, I got one. What about pride?
Yeah.
Because it's like getting out of your own pride, right? And your own.
As far as escaping a sin, for sure. Oh my gosh. Yes. That's a great one. 100%. Because it's so selfless. Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you gave something in that moment when you went down and, or started and had a specific kid you helped?
Yes. There was this one kid. He was so awesome because there was this, there's all these Baker Pros and the Baker deck.
What's Baker Pros? I don't know what that is.
So Baker is a skateboard brand.
Okay.
And every brand will have their own pros that they sponsor, where they get all the free stuff for their videos and everything. And Baker is a very sought after brand. It's a great deck to have. Every kid loves Baker because the board is a really high quality board. And so one of their, so there's this one kid and I gave him a Baker 4 deck and he just was going nuts and he had never won anything in his life. And what I did for him to win the deck is the kids themselves had to do an act of service. So what he had done is he gave his little brother the bike that he had had his whole life. Mm-hmm. So he did a selfless act and then got the board for helping someone else out. So it was this, it was like kind of like a double act of service where he was learning how to be of service to someone else. And I'll never forget it. Depression gone. It was just like this instant, beautiful day. And you just feel like this is what life is all about. Like, this is really what it's all about.
I actually saw this documentary the other day and this guy asked this old man, like, are you happy in your life? And he says, yes. And he's like, what makes you the happiest? And he said, it's being of service.
Beautiful answer.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's the secret to life. Is just doing for others and getting out of yourself.
And I think you and I have talked about this society right now, especially with social media and it being such a self-involved.
Oh.
And, the swipe left, swipe right, always looking for better, always looking for the next high. Instead, it's like you're using this platform to actually do good. And it's not for, your ego, for people to tell you how great you are, because nobody knows you're doing it.
Right. And you know what? I guess one of the sins that kind of kicked me into that regarding social media would be anger, because I definitely would get so angry when someone would be, like giving a homeless person money and videotaping it. Oh. Right. Where they're like, we need to help these. And it's like, you are highlighting your service for your own good to look like you're a certain type of person. It's like when people put money in a tip jar, but wait till the person can see them doing it. Right. Because
they go to like the mission down and on Thanksgiving and then post pictures there. That's what they're doing.
Yes.
It's like go on a random Thursday when no one knows you're doing it and just do it. Yeah,
it would make me so angry.
It kind of annoys me when celebrities do that. You know what I mean?
Do.
It's like, they have Us Weekly down there taking a picture of them working. Right. It's like, come on, man, just be a good person and don't have to get publicity to be a good person.
I agree with that. I think that if it's a genuine act of service, no one needs to know about it. That's not, social media we've talked about it so much.
Yeah.
Can be used for every one of those sins for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So what do you think the benefit of keeping this secret, and who have you harmed? I mean, I have to ask you this question.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm happy to say in this moment that part, I haven't hurt anyone doing that. And
but there's a benefit.
Huge benefit of keeping it a secret. It's just coming from the act itself, not who's behind it. And I think that's what's so great. And the kids have they're kids. They don't need to know who I am. They don't want to know who I am. They're just excited. And it just keeps it like purely focused on the act itself, which is such a benefit. I don't want it to be about me in any capacity. So that's a huge benefit to it being a secret, and it forever will be, because no one's going to find fucking Brenda on Instagram, like down at Venice Beach handing out boards. Like that's not going to, that's funny.
So how do you move forward in the future? I mean, can other people donate to your cause? How do they get involved if it's something they want to be a part of?
Oh man, if someone wants to be a part of it, yeah, they can do it themselves with either the same or a different, I don't know, just as inspiration to start something of their own in a similar capacity. Like I definitely don't need the help because it's something that financially I can afford to do. I mean, I shape surfboards and build skateboards anyway. But I think what they can do is find something themselves to help out their own community in some way.
And how do you get started? Like if you could give someone direction to get started, they're like,
how to get started. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you advise them to do that?
Well, the way I did it is I started an anonymous Instagram. I made it a business profile. And when you make it a business profile, you can pay for the advertisement. So I basically posted my own videos, my own skate videos with the contest giveaway. And then when you make it a business profile, everything you advertise to a certain demographic. So I picked Los Angeles. I made sure they were just local. So I could either, if they were, I didn't want out of state. So you just make it Los Angeles local, skateboarding, skate parks, Venice, you just hashtag everything.
Did you hashtag brands too or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I hashtag brands, Thrasher, Baker, can't remember. Oh, Shake Junt is a big one, especially for LA locals. And yeah, I mean, there was a part of me that wanted to make it a little bit bigger and have the brands help out. But I also wanted to keep it tiny because a lot of those kids who have been loyal since day one and really busting their butts, like there's still kids on there that I want to win and they haven't yet.
Right.
So it's just perfect. There's probably like maybe 160 kids on there. And all skaters, And if they're pros, they're not allowed to the free, to free stuff. So they love it because they're like, if we suck, we still can win. And it's awesome.
Oh, that just warms my heart.
It's so cute. Like, I can't tell you. These kids will send me videos like falling on their ass with their new board, and they're just so happy. And yeah, skateboarding wasn't canceled for the pandemic, so that, they're able to skate. A lot of them haven't had a lot to do without school. So
I know.
It was nice. It was a good thing, but anyone can do it. You just make a business profile and target the audience you're looking to target.
So if we have a listener that has a kid that would need, what's your handle again? So people can either, go on or look and see what you're doing and copy, or if a brand is listening, come on, get on.
Yeah.
Let's give to the kids that don't have $1 million.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. The Instagram account is ThrashX Art. And that's, usually I give away Baker decks because that's one of my favorite brands, Shake Junt grip tape, and Spitfire wheels. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's Skateboard Santa right there.
Skateboard Santa, aka Brenda, coming.
Brenda.
Coming to you live. So I think this is amazing because secrets we always attach to bad things, and this secret service is where you can really, get your true self-esteem of a selfless act. So Brenda, thank you. From the bottom of our heart, Skateboard Santa, you are amazing. Keep rocking out and doing what you do.
Thank you. So great to be here and have that lifted for the rest of the world. Maybe others will pull themselves out of depression with an act of service. It really does make a difference.
It does. Well, thank you for listening, guys. I hope you got something out of this episode. It's probably one of my favorite. Thank you again, Secret Life, Brianne Davis-Gant. If you have a secret or living in shame, or actually, an act of service, please reach out to me below on the email, and hopefully I can get you on. Have a good day, guys. Thank you again for listening to Secret Life Podcast. Please subscribe, share, send me a note, and you can always support the show with a donation on our site, secretlifepodcast.com. Until next time, bye.